Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you a match analysis for Flamengo versus Chelsea in the Club World Cup. What an upset, but let's get into this. Alright, so the way the ball reaches this Flamengo player is that it's cleared. I think hopefully I'll just go back a fraction of a second or 30th of I don't know how, but just we'll take it back a few seconds. So now, if you can look at this, this is what he is seeing. Boom, boom. So already we can see he's this would be the best place to bring it, because one thing about South American players is that they are very good technically, and they are willing to show that. Not willing, and they want to show that technical ability. They want to show a bit of flair. They want to show how well they can play, because here he plays the first time when he could probably let it bounce or bring it down and pass it to the keeper, but instead he wants to part of the South American fashion, bring it down quickly. So now, in this case, I prefer he takes it there, because at least at this point he's not being pressured, and then if possible, he could take it there. But what he instead does is pass it. He wants to bring it straight to his teammate. It's either he wants to pass it to him or he wants to loop the ball like that. I think it's either one. I think it's either he fails to loop the ball or his intention was to pass it here, which is very not really a good idea, because the Chelsea player is right on the Flamengo player. Alright, I almost lost the mouse. Alright, yeah, the mouse is back. So let me just take it back a fraction of a second just to show you what I was talking about earlier. Alright, this is after. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is when Neto scored the goal, but this is a better angle to show what happened. So, yeah, that wasn't the best thing. That wasn't the best option, because like number one, it's an aerial ball, so and he doesn't really expect it. So Pedro Net was coming like that. He saw that the space Net was going to leave after trying to pressure him, but he should have at least played it fat or just played it here. I mean, there's much more space and it's easier to get that. So alright, so he okay, it just bounces off him. I can't really say he fails to trap it. It's more like the ball bounces off him, and then here boom, boom. That's the definition of ping ball. And the funny thing, he tries to take it to the same side where the Chelsea player was, when if he took it here, much safer, much safer option. And at this point, Pedro Neto is all alone. Alright, takes a big touch. I'm going to have to play it in stages because, I'm trying not to get copyrighted. Keeper here, not much he can really do. I mean, he's all alone, one on one. Yeah, I mean, there's not much he can do. Pedro Neto, once again, a very big touch. He's taking big touches as he's in space so that he is able to outrun everyone that's coming towards him. And one thing I do like is his composure, because when he gets near the goal, look at how small that touch is. Look at how small that touch is when he reaches near the goal. That composure there, and I do feel the keeper goes down a bit too quickly, because at this point he can still make himself big, but it's a good finish from Neto. Really is. Really good finish. Alright, let's head on to the second goal of the match. And Flamengo, I didn't watch this match, but I do hear they played proper football. They really did. All right, so here around the 2 minute mark. Oof. All right, so Flamengo here have the ball. Cucurella, I don't know. I mean, at this point, the Flamengo player has gone way too far for this to be Cucurella's responsibility. At this point, just focus on the ball, which is ahead of you and is much more in your area. I mean, if you're trying to intercept that, I mean, that's someone else's problem. Okay, that's been sorted out. Now, here, if you look at it, Chelsea actually set up very well, because, he's in front of him, he's in front of him, but at this point, he knows there's someone behind him, so he can just take a few steps back. There's a player here. I mean, everything is actually quite set up well. But now, here's the funny thing, because if someone is on the ball and you don't really have a lot of people, you usually want to prevent that cross from coming in. But you know how football is, some things will eventually happen. So, sometimes you're better off defend, put as many people as you can put in this area, and then try, but not really try, but just accept that the cross will come in, but know that you'll deal with it. But here, this goal results from Chelsea defenders just sleeping. Because look at this. cross comes in, and then look at that. All of the Flamengo players were level with the Chelsea players on the line, but as the cross is taken, the Flamengo players have run away from the Chelsea players, and everyone here is off. And everyone here is onside. It's one of those things. High line. There's always that thing whereby you want to play an offside trap, and at this point, and it's not because the cross is unmarked, or should I say not pressured. It's because Chelsea defenders here just sleep. I mean, yeah, they were sleep. They were caught sleeping. Yeah, as the cross comes in, he is all alone unmarked. I mean, it's just like he was the last man. And then look at the distance he's covered to try and get something on that. And he is looking, he is watching, he is also watching, but this guy has the freedom. The attacking player here has the freedom to look and not worry about the defender. You as the defender don't have that freedom because you have to be aware of the striker's movement and you have to be aware of the ball movement. So you have to so your eyes have to be focusing on two things at once. And then just look at how casual everyone's looking because at this point, like he just stops moving. So it's just really like I can't say bad defending, but just they sleeping. And yeah, just that's a really good header across goal. The goalkeeper, I do feel he can deal with this because look at the way. That's one of the funniest dives. That's one of the funniest dives I've seen. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. That really is. Let's just take. Okay, let's look at how the keeper. Yeah, so look at the keeper. He's there, right? So, so that's the problem the keeper makes. Instead of running across his line, he does this. That increases the amount of time and distance, which gives the Flamengo player more time. Otherwise, it's that's I don't know. That just took me out. It really did. All right. So here's the second goal that Flamengo score. All right. So this comes from a corner. At this point, okay, one, two, three, four, five, six Chelsea players in this region here. They are protecting this particular zone. And everything seems well okay because there's an assumption someone's going to spring off. He's there near the D, but he's also distracted by him. I think he's also serving. His job is also to like drag the Chelsea player out wide. Otherwise, let's let it play for a bit. Number 22 is very much. I don't know if he's number 27 or 22, but yeah, this guy unmarked. He is unmarked, very much unmarked. I mean, at this point, he is ball watching because he sees the ball coming, but he doesn't really want to. He's more focused on the ball than on the man. As a defender here, you have to keep close. That's why you usually find whenever there is a set piece, the defensive players are always touching the attacking players because they want to have a reference of where they are. At this point, this is just way too far away unless you're going to barge into him while he's jumping. Let's see if he does do that. And look at this cluster that's here. I mean, look at this. Look at no, those are terrible lines. Look at yeah, boom and boom. I think the whole of the Chelsea squad is here. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Ha! The whole of the Chelsea squad is on one side. That's very concerning as a set piece. I mean, why? Anyway, let's continue that. So, as I was saying, I hope he barges in. He does, but it's one of he's taller, and then he doesn't really like go for it. He doesn't. The Chelsea player doesn't really like go for it. When he jumps to maybe like midsection, he barges it. That's not really a challenge because he gets first contact unchallenged because he doesn't really jump with him. He just jumps into him but doesn't jump in an effort to get the ball, and it's because he left way too much space. Sometimes you're just better off shoulder to shoulder. As he jumps, you jump. You just make it harder for him to hit that ball. But for him, it's easy because he also looks taller. And also, with South American teams, they're much more physical. Imagine almost half the Chelsea squad was here. Not half, the whole Chelsea squad was there. And yet they still let someone unmarked on the back post go. What's the point of having 9 players in this area just for you to let someone score? Anyway, let's not stretch too much there. Now here is a Jackson making Chelsea's job much harder. All right, at this point here, Gusto, he's receiving the ball. Jackson is also coming quick to support. But at this point, all right, let's see this. I just want to show you something. All right, so okay, okay, yeah, yeah, at least. All right, so this is where sometimes it's okay to play the ball that way, play it back. It is. If you're not going to do it first time, if you take an extra touch, it's okay to play it back because at this point, what you're trying to do is keep possession. Yeah, I understand it's a good attacking opportunity because Gusto is a very good attacking centre back, but if you take your time, look at how quick they pressure Jackson. Look at how quick. Immediately he receives, boom, and it's because it takes too much time. I know it's like within a second, but still that's way too much time he took. And at this point, he can't really release Gusto because he has put pressure on him here, and he is also coming to put pressure on him there. That's how quick they pressure him. So it's either if he was not going to play that first time into Gusto, you're better off taking a touch, recycle, you start again. Because boom, they pressure him and they block off any pass to Gusto, and then here, poof, and the referee was right there to see everything. Jackson, I don't know if it's frustration, I don't know. Because, yeah, I mean, was this the second yellow card? I remember that card he got against Newcastle. I don't know, there's something happening. Referee comes very quickly, shows the red card. And the fact he's not even bothering to defend it, he knows what he's done. He really does know. And, yeah, the referee was stern, very much stern. I mean, just look at this. He's pressured so quickly, and then here. Look at how, yeah, there was no intention to play the ball there. There was no intention to play the ball there. At least if he was poking, but just imagine how. Okay, maybe there was, but he also had thoughts. I'm going to step, like frustration. Woof! Nah, nah, nah. That's definitely. I mean, that's painful. That is very, very, very painful. And it's how the ref immediately gave him. Oh, this is the end. This is moving towards the end of the game. Flamengo have the ball. They're on the attack. All right, boom. Chelsea here tracking back. They really are. Hey, yeah, they are. And everything seems quite okay. But let's see what happens. There's always something. He's moved into space, but the Chelsea players are within and around the area, but it's because of the constant movement from Flamengo. He plays the ball. The Flamengo player plays the ball and runs behind Caicedo. So he creates his own passing opportunity, and then just look at how quick that was. He played it back. He played it back. I think he took a shot, but it hit the Flamengo player. A bit of pinball. The way he's facing, he's never going to get that ball. The only chance that's here is for him to sprint really quickly and anticipate that, but I don't think he does. Yeah, he just watches it and then goal. Flamengo, they're showing the brilliance of South American football, and Chelsea have lost the match. What a day! What a day! I mean, PSG lost, Chelsea lost. Yeah, Club World Cup. Yeah, there are going to be a few upsets, and we're going to enjoy that. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.